I still get asked the question, what kind of energizer are you going to do? What kind of games are we going to be playing? What kind of energizers have you organized? To which I usually reply, none. I don't have anything organized. I have a couple of tools in my pocket which I can pull out whenever the time calls for it, but I don't plan these activities into a day. And besides, that's not even the right question. The question isn't what kind of energizers can we run? The question is, how do we make sure that the energy is right so we can get this group from A to B? How do we make sure that we get them to output? That is the right question. And if you ask that question, you can come up with plenty of different ways to do that without making yourself or anybody else look like a complete idiot. Little side note, by the way, I have nothing against games. If you want to play games, you want to have fun with your friends, it's a great way to bond, it's good to laugh, and laughing is good for you, and there's all these benefits to playing games. I once played a game called Dance Like Your Uncle with 500 global leaders of an oil and gas company. Trust me, I like games. What I am against is using icebreakers and energizers as a way to cover for the fact that you don't have a good agenda, you don't have clear outcomes, you've invited the wrong people. You're in a crappy location somewhere way out of town on a Sunday afternoon when nobody wants to be there with you. And energizers are not going to fix that. It's like giving somebody with an axe wound in the forehead a band-aid to cover that up. So what can you do then? Well, let's go back to the question. The question isn't what kind of energizer can we play? The question is, how do we maintain the energy? How do we keep the energy up in our meetings, in our conferences, and in our workshops? So here are 5 different ways to get the energy up without playing silly games. First, look at your agenda. Look at all the activities that you have prepared. Now take out 1/3 of that. One of the big reasons why so many people zone out during meetings and conferences and workshops is because there's way too much information in there. Too many talks, too many slides, too many words, too many numbers. Cut out a massive piece. People need time to digest information. Remember, a little bit of everything is usually a lot of nothing. Second, give people more smaller breaks. I don't know why this is, but it seems that all over the world, we all have our coffee and tea breaks at exactly the same time. One in the morning, one in the afternoon, and usually at the same time. There's no need for that. Give people shorter little breaks. Just like 5 minutes, a little bio break, a little stretch, walk around, come back here. Third, move. We are meant to move. We're not meant to sit on our bum the whole day. Put in little activities where people stand up, walk around the room, meet other people, maybe go for a walk around the block. The more people move, the more it will help them keep their energy in check, and it's actually good for their body as well. Fourth, imagine you had to organize a party. Most likely you would organize some drinks, some snacks, and some music. Do the same thing with your conferences, with your meetings, and with your workshops. Music is a great way to control some of the energy in the room. For instance, like some slower beats for individual thinking work. And if you want people to be up and moving around for a vivid discussion, maybe you have music that's a bit more upbeat. And give people free access to drinks and snacks. I know we talked about the coffee break, but just leave a bowl of snacks on people's tables. Leave it in the middle. They can grab it at any time they feel the energy dropping a bit. Some nice snacks like these nuts, maybe some grapes, maybe some crackers, maybe little. Fifth, ask better questions. Most workshops, meetings, and conferences, if you look at the agenda, they are evolved around a couple of questions that need to be answered. So just by making sure that you're asking the right questions, that will already be an energy booster, because it will give people food for thought. It will get people to think. It's thought-provoking. They get time to discuss. Get them up and moving, a few snacks as they go, and they should all build up to whatever the output is that you want to have. So there you have it, 5 simple ways to put a lot more energy into your engagements without making people look silly and playing games. If you want to play games, that is awesome, nothing wrong with that. There's a video over here which has 100 party games. Just watch this video, pick a couple of those games out of it if you want to create a bit of fun. But never use those in an attempt to try to fix a poor meeting, or to cover up for the real pink elephant in the room, or to kill time in between, because it just gives these things such a bad reputation. We're all busy, we all have lots of stuff to do, so the least we can do is that the time that we spend together talking to each other, making that a lot more meaningful. And one way to make that meaningful is to plan well. And once you plan well, you need to make sure that the energy is right in the room. Click on this video over here to see 3 energizers and icebreakers that don't suck, or click on that video over here to see when is a good time to have a workshop or not.